Hey girl, hey boy, welcome back to the channel. It's your girl Rally Girl, and I did a thing, yes. This is not a tutorial. I'm just showing you my process, and I kept it quick, simple, and easy. So stay tuned. It's coming right up now. I'm showing you the Boho Locs. This is the mermaid style. It comes with 4 bundles of locked hair, wavy locks, and 1 bundle of the wavy hair. I got the autumn leaves, I believe that's the name of it, which has 2 bundles of the auburn tips and 2 bundles of the reddish, burgundy-ish maroon tips. I don't know the letters and numbers of those. Um, 12 inches, two 12-inch bundles and two 14-inch bundles. The 12-inch bundles I installed at the bottom, the base of my hair, up to about just before I got to the crown, and then I put the longer pieces on later so that it would be more of a straightish, more of a bob look without, not long in the back. Because if I'd have put the longer pieces in the back, then the hair would have been down my back, if that makes sense to you. Anyway, I'm just showing you what I have there. And I only used about half of this, which I didn't show you, but only used half, and I'll explain later. It also came with some beautiful lock jewels. As you can see, those are stuck together, but was easy to take apart. Cowrie shells, gold loops, links, and wooden pieces. There were some colorful pieces, and then you see the gold thread. And here I am explaining myself away because I did not do the thing. I did 2 cornrows and I just couldn't take it anymore, you guys. I am so rusty, number one. And number two, my hair needs to be trimmed. And so after the 2 cornrows, I just opted out and I did chunky braids and I called it a day. Um, Boho Locs on their YouTube channel, they do tutorials on the braid pattern. And I tried to do that, and they have 8 braids going down the back and then loose braids going across the front. I think a total of 8 or 16 or something like that. I didn't do braids. I did twists. Why? Because I wanted it easier, quicker. I was also thinking about the uninstallation, when it's time to take it down. So I was keeping all that in mind. And I was sure not to twist my hair too tight at the base because I like a natural look in the front. I like the hair to appear that it might have grown out of my scalp. And so I keep it loose and not tight. I don't worry about my hair being extra, edges being extra laid and stuff like that. I like it neat, but I like it also to be, believable. And so that's my process. And here I am showing you that I dusted my ends. I was complaining because I think the fact that I hadn't dusted my ends in a while, hadn't clipped my ends in a while, is because the fact that I was unable to cornrow my hair properly, or should I say properly for me, um, is probably because my ends needed to be clipped. And they were just, I couldn't go any further. So I decided to dust what I had there. As far as the hair, there is a clip that's missing from this, and it was me showing you what hair I had left. I actually have 2 bundles left. I have a bundle of the 14-inch and a bundle of the 12-inch. Plus, I have 10 pieces of the wavy hair left and a few strands of the locks. So potentially this is 2 hairstyles. This could be a style for me and maybe a friend, or you could reuse the locks. Okay, so I feel like the value was there. It was a good value. I was really surprised at how full my hair was, considering, how many I had used and how many I had left over. And here I'm just showing you that what I did is I combined the braids. I combined a braid and a cornrow and on each side. That way I only had 2 braids to have to tuck. This kit does not come with a latch hook. That's a latch hook, not a crochet needle. It doesn't come with a latch hook, so hopefully you have one, or you could grab one off Amazon or maybe the beauty supply store, right quick. And I'm just showing you, I could have manually fed this through, but I'm just showing you how you can do it if you opt to use this braid pattern. And here you see I'm kind of struggling a little bit because I'm trying to pull the thicker part of the braid through. So I'm going to have to start over, and you will see that. And so when I go in this second time, I opt to just put the tip of the braid in the hook. That's really all that's needed. Why I went the hard route, I don't know. See how I just pulled the tip in, which is what you're supposed to do anyway. And then voila. And you can have it as taut or as loose as you want. I believe taut is much better. Not tight, but taut. Because if you don't, the hair will be wagging around. And, I know from experience. And I'm not a fan of putting thread in my hair. Like, I know people use weaving thread and stuff, but since I'm doing it myself, I would be left to figure out where to cut. And so I'm like, I'm not going to put thread in. I'm not going to put hairpins in. But however, if I was to go that route, I would use a acrylic crochet yarn. And I'm just telling you guys that's a latch hook needle. I think I was saying crochet needle while I was talking. And so I'm just showing you how I sort of tuck those in to camouflage. And if you want, you can hairpin it in. If you prefer to use, a thread, you can. I think if I was to use a thread, I would certainly just use acrylic crochet thread. And before I put it in, I would moisturize it with some kind of good oil. And here I have 95% of the hair done. I left one piece out just to demonstrate how I put it in. And I'm showing you here that there is more to fill in the back, and I will demonstrate how I fill it in. Like I said, this isn't a tutorial, just showing you my process. And I'm showing you all of that dropped on the floor, like every last bit of it. These strands are all pre-looped, including the wavy pieces. The wavy pieces are pre-looped, and they have like a little string that you can slide up and down in order to tighten it after you've installed. Okay, so I am manually feeding in the lock, and my hair is loose enough in the front that I don't have to use the latch hook. I just slide the lock on in and hook it up that way. Now, Boho Locs, they have tutorials on their YouTube channel showing you the recommended way to do the front pieces. I felt like that was a few extra steps, and their recommended way is to undo a lock and then do the faux lock method where you're wrapping the hair around. They also have a way where you keep it whole, but you latch hook your braid or twist through the lock. What I am doing is splitting the difference. So I've already installed the lock, but now I'm opening it up, and sort of like as I go, I'm opening it and I'm wrapping it around my twist. Now, some of my twists were a little bit longer, which I was sort of afraid of that, which initially, when I went to their website, I wanted to get the queen locks, the long queen locks, but they're sold out. I knew that the long queen locks would cover all of my hair, and I might run into some issues with covering it with the shorter strands, but I got the 14-inch lock. So far, so good. Some of my hair is sticking out in some of them, but I do like a mixture of that, the twist, lock, braid thing. And so I kind of have that going with my lifestyle Rally Girl locks, which I've done. I did that a few years ago, and I'll just link it up in the corner so you can see what I'm talking about. Yeah, so I don't mind that some of my twist is sticking out. I don't mind that you can see some of my twist through the lock. I mean, it's all about that boho, effortless. I woke up like this on the beach from up under a shell and some sand up out of the water. Look, right? That was indeed a mouthful. And I'm going through this entire thing, and I almost opted to just, well, I did opt to leave that piece out, but I almost left more out than that. Okay, so now I'm just turning around to show you. I'm just installing some pieces, and like I said, there are lots of tutorials on this. You can actually go to the Boho Locs, website, or rather their YouTube channel, and see how they do it. You guys know how to latch hook already. So but I'm showing you how my stuff is looking here in the back. And I'm okay with using like I might just do two cornrows in the back next time and not even bother to do like four braids, or you know what I'm saying? I might just do two cornrows and keep it moving and fill it in as I see fit. Yep, and there is another one. And I'll probably, as the time goes on, I'm showing you how I'm going to install that piece. And I honestly don't mind that these are sort of straight and stringy. I typically don't like that. But I like multiple textures. I love the idea of multiple textures in the hair. That just gives me all kind of life. I remember seeing someone at a store years ago, and they had all kinds of things going on in their head. And I was like, yes, I love that. And some people, they prefer more of a so-called elegant look. And that's fine. But I like that effortless boho thing. And then you see I'm sliding that up to tighten it in, and boom. And I'll probably add more. Yeah, so I want this to get that really unkempt, frizzy look. I believe I'm praying that it all works out. I'm not gonna wash this hair. I've seen where you can wash it, but the way I installed it, which was the easy way out, I know I'm not gonna wash it because my hair is under here. It's not cornrowed, and I really don't wash installs anyway. That's just not my thing. I'll keep my scalp cleansed, but I'm not going to be manipulating like that. But I do want that frizzy look. But yeah, you see, it's just a really nice blend mixture of colors, and what else? It was a seamless process. I placed my order. It arrived within 7 to 10 days. I'm trying to think what else. Oh, one hack that I use when I'm wearing wigs that are not necessarily the same color as my hair, like, like I have gray in the front. You can probably see it a little bit, but you can't see it as much as you would have been had I not used this hack that I've been using for years, even if I have purple hair. So if you're at the store and you're like, I don't wear purple mascara or purple eyeliner, you can even do eyeshadow as well. Any of them that you might have on hand that may match the color of the hair. If you just have a few grays up front, or even if you have quite a few and you want to just sort of like give an illusion, you can do that by using a mascara. And this one is a really good, this one is, who is this? L'Oreal? I don't know what color that is. Can't see it without my glasses, but it's that voluminous, and I don't know what made me pick this up. It's not like I wear my hair like this. You can't see it when you put it on the eyelashes. At least I don't think you can. I couldn't. But you can either brush it in, and you can brush a little bit in your eyebrows, and then make sure you blend it well with maybe a brown or a black, just so it's not stark burgundy on your eyebrows, unless you like that. But what I like to do is just take a little bit on my finger like that. That's quite a bit. That's more than a little. But I'll take a little on my finger, and then if I have gel, I'll take a little bit of gel and I just sort of rub it like so, and then I will just start working it through the front. And be light with it because you don't want to have to try and get it all out. And it might last for a day or so. And see how like I still have a few grays up front. Nowhere near what I normally have. If you want to go straight across, you can, but I don't always bother with that. But yeah, this hair is like, ooh, it's so cute. I really like this. What do you think? What do you think? You know, and to me, it's a good value because you get a lot of bundles. I think you get 10 pieces per bundle, or maybe a little more. I'm not sure, but they do come pre-looped. And this is a 10-inch, a 12-inch hair. And the mixture is a reddish, burgundy-ish color and auburn. Yeah, so, all right, guys, until the next video, live simply and be kind.